Let's continue the young Indiana Jones Chronicles with the episode Vienna, November 1908. This one was written by Matthew Jacobs, directed by Billy August. And this one already wins from the get-go because the real-life person cameo in this is fucking Sigmund Freud. But let's start at the beginning. So this has one of my favorite bookends because it's so funny. Old Indy is going to a psychologist because he tried to save his cat, Henry, and get it down from a tree. So he climbed up into the tree, got stuck, and the fire department had to get him down. Which is hilarious. It's not shown, it's just mentioned, but I absolutely love it. Seeing Indy sitting in the waiting room of a psychologist's office is so fucking funny. He also mentions his children now think that he's not capable of living, on his own anymore. And there are no details given, he just mentions his children, which, I guess you can also explain this as him talking about his grand and great-grandchildren as his children. Or we just take it at face value that he means children and there are more lost kids he had besides Sophie. We know Mutt is dead, so there are apparently more lost Indiana Jones kids. So anyway, the psychologist thinks that old Indy is delusional and senile, and then he begins telling her the story of the first time he was diagnosed. And that's when he met Sigmund Freud back in Vienna in November 1908. And this is the first time in a really long time. It has been so many episodes in between. The last episode with little kid Indy was the one in British East Africa when he went hunting with Roosevelt, which was an okay episode but nothing too great. This one, however, is really solid. Basically, it's just the story of how little kid Indy fell in love for the first time when he meets Sophie, the daughter of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. The story itself is very solid. I like the acting in here, specifically. Corey Carrier does a great job for a kid actor. I think he's really good in this. Then, of course, we have Henry Sr. Thank God. I missed him. It's just always great to see this guy. I like the actor for Franz Ferdinand, and we even get a little cameo by Shmi Skywalker in this. It's also a pretty good looking episode, and as you would expect with an episode that takes place in Vienna, it was shot in both Prague and Stockholm. Which also explains why a bunch of Swedish actors are in here, like Shmi Skywalker. It also explains why the German spoken in this is weird sometimes. Weird, not just that it's supposed to be Austrian German, but yeah, you can tell there are a bunch of non-native speakers trying to speak German. And on that note, Corey Carrier speaks German in this, and specifically at the beginning when he's horse riding, he speaks better German than Sean Patrick Flannery does in some other episodes, which is really fucking funny to me. But let's talk about the star of the show, Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund Freud. Analyze this.
Played by Max von Sydow. I don't have anything to say. He's fucking fantastic. That entire scene at the dinner table, it's Freud, Adler, and Jung trying to explain young Indy the concept of being in love for the first time and whatever. You have to see that to believe it. It's fantastic. Honestly, that scene is funnier than some of the comedy episodes, like the New York ones we just had. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I also really like that this episode explains where Indy got this necklace from that he's wearing since the pilot, since Curse of the Jackal. He has been wearing this necklace. And, it saved his life in the Africa episode when he got shot. And now with this episode, we get a backstory for it. It was a gift by Sophie. And that's just really interesting. And it shows some planning in terms of continuity and stuff in this show, which I appreciate this a lot. So in total, this is a banger of an episode. It's one of the best Corey Carrier Little Kid Indy episodes for sure. Maybe one of my favorites of the entire show. But again, I have to finish this complete rewatch. But I would definitely highly, highly recommend this one.